Um, well, you did a world tour last year, and you've said about this. You've been in practically every country in the world. Do you have an explanation of why dance music EDM has exploded all over the world in recent years?
Well, I think in general, dance music is really accessible. You know, it's really easy to understand dance music. It's one of the most, united, most universal languages there is on earth. You know, everybody can dance to like a 4x4 beat, and besides that, DJs became more popular. The radio started supporting worldwide more dance records, and especially in America. You know, the festivals really grew. It's bigger than ever now, and well, I think one of the reasons that actually the DJ started to tour worldwide instead of only in Europe, you know. And well, there are so many good DJs right now, so many good producers. A lot of dance tracks are radio friendly now, so yeah, I think that was a kind of a crossover, you know. And guys like David Guetta, Calvin Harris working with the big pop artists. That's really interesting, you know, especially for dance music. That you can take dance music to another level, and make it accessible for audience that is broader than ever.
I read somewhere that you also recently have been a bit critical about the state of dance music, where a lot of it tends to sound similar. So is it a good thing that now dance music is so accessible that everybody wants to be a DJ, and you have also this part of it that isn't quite as qualitatively good as the rest is? Yeah,
definitely. Well, at this point in the whole EDM scene, if you talk about DJs or music productions, there is more quantity than quality now. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing though, because when so many people are working on like new songs, you have the chance that there are even more, you know, there will be one guy again that stands up and, you know, comes up with something new. So as you said, it's super accessible even for the young producers. It's really easy to download the Crack program, go to YouTube, find an easy tutorial how to make a synth, and well, they have a new record, you know. So every single day there are more records out than ever before. And I think as long as dance music is evolving and some new music styles will come up and inspire each other, that's a good thing. But yeah, at this point there are a lot of records that exactly copy each other, and I think I kind of hate that.
What do you think then that separates you from a lot of, well, you're #1 DJ in the world, so what do you think you did well to get where you are in terms of the music?
I think I was always really loyal to my fans, you know. I always try to come up with something new. I always try in my DJ sets to play like different sets as all the other DJs, because a lot of other DJs out there always play like the same hits, same sets over again. That doesn't excite me anymore, you know. I want to come up with something new that I am proud of, you know. And even with my productions, I always try to come up with something new. I think every single song I've released so far is sounding different than the one before. And even as a producer, it makes it more interesting for me to, you know, play my songs. Otherwise, my whole set will sound the same.
Do you use, for instance, your parents or your girlfriend as a soundboard to when you first produce a song, you let them listen and see what they think?
Yeah, definitely. Even my parents, my girlfriend, but even my friends, you know, I always try to, try to give them a listen, and they should give their honest opinion, you know. And sometimes I don't even like it, and later on I was like, you see, I was right. But still, you know, it's really important to listen to other people's opinion.
When you're in the studio, then do you know when a song is good, when it will work?
No, actually, well, when it works, it's always like your own feeling, you know, and it's the feeling of a DJ that you need to speak out to the audience. But you know, when the radio is not supporting my track, it's less popular than the radio supported. But on the other hand, I never make music for the radio. I always make music for the dance floor and for my DJ set. So it's always like a combination of both of them. But when I'm in the studio, I always make the music where I'm proud of, you know, and I always make music from the heart. I think that's the most important thing.
Well, talking about DJ sets, you're releasing your 5th volume of Hardwell Revealed, and I read it's based a lot on the DJ sets you've did in the past year. So how important that they are also on YouTube full sets, and so how important is this part of what you do to have the live show, the DJ set, also be accessible to the public who can't be there?
Yeah, well, exactly. First of all, there's a lot of people that don't attend to the festivals, maybe because they're young or they don't have the money to attend to a festival. With the Hardwell Presents Revealed CDs, we always want to try to give the people a listen to all the tracks I've played out and all the new stuff that's coming. Besides that, a lot of people always ask me, when is that song coming out? When is that song coming out? And this CD is exactly a compilation of like the biggest club songs on my label over the year, and even like the songs that come in the next 6 months. So yeah, I think the perfect combination of those, like the unreleased songs and the songs people know me for, I think that's why we release a CD.
I believe you already also started on working on a solo album, your own album, completely your own. So can you tell me a little bit more about where you are now in the process?
I think at this point I'm like 50% done with the album. Next week I have another week of studio time to only work on the album. I hope to finish the album after the summer, but you know, I want to make a quality album, so maybe it will be postponed to next year, beginning of next year. But so far it's going really well. It's going really quick. I have a lot of inspiration right now, and yeah, as I said, I guess it will be finished after the summer.
And the approach to this album, I suppose, is then different than to the compilation albums and the remixes you do.
Well, definitely. I think my DJ sets are always like exactly the music I want to play out for a crowd, the music that works on a big festival and a big stage. And with my album, I want to show the people the music I'm actually listening to. So I think it's more melodic. I think it's even, there are like different, there are also non-dance tracks on the album, but there are only tracks I really like to do. You know, as a producer, I don't want to be caught up in one single box and, you know, make that own one particular style. I always try to come up with different kind of styles, and that's why, yeah, I'm working with on the album right now in different genres.
Can you give me an example of something you've used?
Well,
outside of dance?
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's a more hip hop track on the album, even more deep house inspired. It's just the music that inspires me. I want to use those inspirations to come up with my album.
Okay. Aside from your album, how do you see the future for Hardwell and for Robert?
I don't know. I can't predict the future, but as I know, I'm really excited for the summer. You know, this year I have my first Ibiza residency at Ushuaia every Tuesday, so yeah, that's definitely a thing I'm looking forward to. And besides that, you know, I really enjoy what I'm doing right now, so I just want to continue playing all those festivals and all those clubs, and well, we will see where it goes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Pleasure.